All right, LEGO fans, it looks like Lego.com has confirmed a ton of LEGO sets that are going to be retiring here at the end of 2022. Let's dive into the list of the sets that I think that you should pick up for your personal collection and the ones that I think are going to do really well for investing. You ready? Let's jump into it. So as we all know, there's tons of speculation around which sets are going to retire at the end of each year. And LEGO sometimes updates that on their Shop at Home website, and looks like they have done this so at least in the US, the UK, and Australia, and several other countries across the world. So I'm going to be looking at Lego.com. If you scroll down on Lego.com and you click on the last chance to buy, I think is their little new tab, that really opens up the page of sets that are marked retiring soon. And historically, any set that's marked retiring soon will be retiring in the next couple months. So we can all but assume that the list that we're going to go through right here, every single set is marked retiring soon, either on Lego.com US, Lego.com UK, or Lego.com Australia. We think will be retiring here at the end of the year. Now I'm going to talk through a few of these, which ones I think are great for investing, and just give you a highlight on ones that you probably should pick up now before these sets disappear completely. I've talked about a bunch of these sets already. You can see my highlight on the top 10 retiring LEGO sets for 2022. I mentioned that in a video a few months ago. One of those actually is not on the list anymore. It's the Ninjago City Gardens, got extended to 2024, but the rest are still pretty solid up to this point. So let's kind of highlight what we see here on Lego.com US. We see that we've got the Disney Castle. I've mentioned this a ton. I think it's going to be a great investment, other than the fact that it is pretty heavily hoarded and has been on the market for a long time. A lot of collectors have purchased this set, whether you're a LEGO fan, Disney fan, or the like. It's just an incredible display piece. I've got one new in the box right here behind me. That set's going to do really great for investing. I would pick one up while you still can. The next set is the Old Trafford Manchester United Stadium. This and I believe the FC Barcelona Camp Nou LEGO set are retiring here at the end of the year. Not sold that these stadiums are going to do that great. The pieces aren't all that unique. They've got a really high piece count. The price per piece value is usually pretty good. But this one I'm not sold on for retiring. But if you're a Manchester United fan or a collector of large LEGO sets, this one you're going to want to pick up while you still can. The next, we've got the 1989 Batwing. That set I've mentioned should do really well post-retirement. A couple unique minifigures. Actually, I think the Batman is in the 1989 Batmobile set as well, but this set should do well. The 1989 Batmobile has done really great, and I think this is a great counterpart to that specific LEGO set. Next up, we have the Mickey and Minnie buildable figures. It's interesting. I walked into the LEGO store when this set came out, and a ton of other LEGO sets were released that day that I was on the hunt for. And my wife specifically looked at that set and said, "Oh, that's so cute. That's like an awesome LEGO set that I would actually build." And if you know my wife, she doesn't like to build a ton of LEGO sets. She built a couple of these like flower bouquet LEGO sets, but she's not as into the hobby as I am. And I found it unique that she saw that and thought it looked good. Don't tell her I told you this. I don't think they look good at all. I don't think they're going to do great for investing. And I'm not sure which collectors, unless you're a diehard Mickey and Minnie fan or a Disney fan, these, as I'm looking at them on my computer right here, they just don't look that great. So I'm not sold they're going to do that great for investing. I totally could be wrong. I think there was a flash sale where you could have picked them up for $125 on Amazon a couple weeks ago, but not sold they're going to do that great, and I would pass on these for investing personally. Next up, we've got the 123 Sesame Street, marked retiring soon on LEGO Shop at Home here in the US. I think it's going to be a great winner. The minifigures are exclusive to this set, and if they don't release another Sesame Street set, this set is going to do really well post-retirement. We've also got the Elf Clubhouse, which is no surprise. I've not really mentioned this one all that much, but the Elf Clubhouse will be the Christmas set that'll be retiring here. I imagine it to go out of stock sometime between October and November. Don't wait until the December timeframe to pick this up because they usually disappear. Last year, I believe it was the Gingerbread House. That set actually has not done as well post-retirement as I thought it would do. Obviously, we're not quite in the Q4 yet, Christmas time. So that will get an initial price jump, and then it should continue to climb Christmas each year. But it's only gone up to like $130 or $140 on the secondary market with an MSRP of $100. So this one I'm not sold is going to do incredibly well post-retirement. If you hold on to it for 2 to 3 or 4 years, could get up to the $200 or $220 range. But if you like to build those Christmas villages around Christmas time, it's going to be your last chance to pick up this specific Lego set. I've not talked about the Fiat 500. Usually I'm pretty sold on creator cars doing well, but historically, like the Fat Boy, Harley-Davidson Fat Boy is not performing all that well. The James Bond DB5 is doing okay. This one, not sold, is gonna be that great. I don't think it's that iconic of a car. And another example, the London Bus, really not performing all that well. So this one I'm not sold is going to do that great. The bright yellow pieces are pretty rare to this and unique to this set. But again, I'm not going to be investing in a ton of these. I have a couple, and I have one for my personal collection. But I'll probably pass on this Lego set going deep for long-term investing. The next one we have is Seinfeld. Seinfeld, I think, might be worth picking up for investing. The figures are unique. If you need a Jerry Seinfeld minifigure, you should probably have this set. And I think it could do really well post-retirement. Looking at the history of the Big Bang Theory, which is kind of blown up, and I think Seinfeld is way more popular than Big Bang Theory. And I think it's going to do really well post-retirement. I would pick up a couple of these while you still can, because those minifigures are, I mean, everyone needs a Seinfeld, Jerry Seinfeld. Everyone needs Kramer. Come on. Like, I think everyone is going to want to collect those minifigures and maybe have that set displayed somewhere in their house if you're a diehard Seinfeld fan. So this one might be worth picking up for investing. I think the max that you can buy on Lego Shop at Home here in the US is 3. So if you have a chance to pick them up, I would. Next, we have the Adidas Superstar Lego set. This one, I don't know. I really have no idea. It only comes with one shoe. So if you really wanted to display it, you'd probably want to have 2, which would cost you $160 total. It's trended below market value, even though it hasn't had a ton of discounts. Like, I think you can pick it up on eBay for $50 or $60. I'm looking at this set right here. I don't know. The Lego Adidas partnership has been hit or miss. They've released some Adidas like wearable shoes with the Lego partnership that have actually done pretty well. But this one, I don't know. I'm not sold on it. I could be wrong. There could be like sneakerheads out there that want to get into the Lego collecting game, but I just don't think it's going to do that well post-retirement. I'm not sold on this. You could be wrong. Comment below if you're interested in this specific Lego set. I'd love to know if there's any interest out there, but I'm definitely passing on it. Hey, before we go any further, I just want to let you know that I love connecting and engaging with you here on the Jake's Bricks YouTube channel. So if you love this content, shoot me a like, or in the comments below, let's talk about Lego investing. I like to reply to almost every single comment that I get just to engage with you as a Lego investor. My goal from this channel is to help Lego collectors and fans like myself fund their Lego building hobby, and I'm hoping to help you do that as well. Another way that you can help the Jake's Bricks YouTube channel is to use the links in the description below. Any link that you use costs you nothing, just gives a small kickback to me as a content creator so that I can continue to produce content just like this here on the Jake's Bricks YouTube channel. Thanks for the support, guys. Let's jump back into the list. There are only 3 more Lego sets on the US Shop at Home website that are marked retiring soon. The first is the Monkey Kids Cloud Roadster. That Lego set is a Monkey Kid set, and there's been a few that have retired. They were supposed to release a TV series here in the US. I believe that it only ended up being released in China. I need to do more research on Monkey Kid. If at some point they do release a TV series similar to Ninjago here in the US, these sets could do really well post-retirement, but people just don't know about it. The reason I think Ninjago is popular is because they've had like Ninjago movies, Ninjago TV series. That has increased the popularity of those Lego sets. I'm not sold on Monkey Kid, and I definitely won't be buying this one for Lego investing. Next up, we've got Central Perk. Central Perk should do really well post-retirement. The only problem is, if you go to eBay.com right now, or Bricklink, I think there's like 500 listings for this specific Lego set. Every single Lego investor, collector, person has this Lego set because it was supposed to retire in different moments. So the reason I don't think it'll do super well post-retirement is I think it's heavily hoarded. But the Friends show is probably one of the most popular shows of all time, Seinfeld being very close to the top 2. This set should do really well. The minifigures are exclusive to this specific set, but they also released the Friends Apartment Lego set. So I think that actually devalues this Lego set. If this was like the only Friends set that you could get, I would go really deep on investing in it. I'm considering this Lego set investing at arm's length. I have 3 of them currently. I might buy a couple others, but again, should do really well because of how popular the Friends franchise is. And then the last one we have on Lego Shop at Home is the Harry Potter Charms class. That's one of those like book Lego sets. Some of those have done really well. Some of them have not done very well. So not totally sold on this one being like the absolute winner, but it could do well post-retirement if the stock dries up really quickly. Most of these have been available at retailers and brick and mortar stores for a long time. So this one, I'm not exactly sure which minifigures are unique to the set, so that might help the value if there's a couple unique minifigures. I believe Cho is unique, if I remember correctly. So if you want the short-legged Cho minifigure, this is going to be the one set you can get it. But for investing, I'm not sold, and it's a smaller dollar value, so I'll probably pass on it. Let's continue. Lego Shop at Home here in the UK, the one they did not have a high dollar value set marked in the US was the Imperial Star Destroyer. Here's a fun fact about the Imperial Star Destroyer. On Amazon.com in the US right now, you can get this set for $50 off. Link is in the description below. Make sure you grab that one while you still can. This is the best deal I've actually seen on this Lego set. And man, I would love for this set, if you bought one, to be able to get up to like $1,000 a year and a half after retirement, maybe upwards of $1,200 after 2 years. I'm not sure that it will because it's a re-release of another UCS Imperial Star Destroyer, so I don't know if that helps or hurts its value. I've got a couple, but I'm not sold on going super deep because it's so expensive to ship. The fees are really expensive. Like if you sell this set for $1,000, you're going to spend $120 in fees. So, but you've got a great deal right now on Amazon if you want one for your personal collection or for investing. Use that link in the description below. A little kickback to me helps me continue to fund content here on the channel. Lego Shop at Home UK has the Disney Castle. It has the Batwing. We did not have the Camp Nou Barcelona Stadium marked retiring soon in the US. They have it marked in the UK. I just talked about this video, this one and the Queer Eye set. You can click that video and the exclamation point right there in the top corner. That talked about, are those going to be good for investing? You can go check out my in-depth analysis up there, but I don't think these are going to be great for investing long term. I'm pretty much passing on these post-retirement. Here's one I had on my top 10 list. It is the Volkswagen T2 camper van. I think this creator car could do well post-retirement. Got a short shelf life. We're seeing that the Volkswagen camper van, the T1 version, which existed on the market for a long time, is actually doing pretty well post-retirement, better than I thought that it would do. I thought it was way overhoarded. But I think it's up to the $200, $215 range in the secondary market. And I think the T2 camper van is not as popular. I don't think it looks as good, but I don't think the stock is going to be super heavily hoarded, so this one could end up doing really well post-retirement. I have not talked about the Ford Raptor. The Ford Raptor Technic set could do well. I have no idea on this one. Some Technic sets do super well, some don't. This one, as I'm looking at it over here, the orange is desirable, looks really cool next to the bright orange Porsche, which I've got sitting right back over here. But I don't know if it's going to be the best for retirement. I don't know. If you want one for your personal collection, which I have one now, I just picked one up, you could pick one up, but I don't know if it's going to do amazing post-retirement. Next up, we have the Lego Saturn V. This set is going to do really well post-retirement. It's the second iteration. The first was the Lego Ideas that was released 5 years ago. When it originally retired, the price jump was astronomical. Then they re-released it. The price came back down. This set, because it's pretty heavily hoarded, I think is going to take a while to appreciate. But the price per piece value, the desirability of this Lego set, what it looks like when it's displayed is fantastic. Fantastic Lego set. Amazing Lego Ideas submission. I would pick this one up for personal collection. I would pick it up for investing. Should do really well post-retirement. Now, I'm not sold on these next two Lego sets, the Harry Potter Hogwarts Crest or the Mickey and Minnie art set. Both of those are art sets. The Beatles set, the Iron Man set, and the Darth Vader set are doing pretty well post-retirement. They're not doing amazing, but those are pretty iconic figures. These ones, like the Harry Potter crest, has no like display of someone's face. It's not like Harry Potter or Hermione or Ron or Hagrid. So just because it's like not a super desirable experience, I don't think it's going to do really well post-retirement. Mickey and Minnie have been discounted in a variety of different spaces. You could pick it up for $96 periodically, and it just hasn't ever sold out. So I'm not sold it's going to do that well, and I think people are thinking that art sets, because now you can get a bunch of the frame pieces and a bunch of the plates on a bunch of different art sets. They're not collectible anymore, and it's just colored 1x1 studs. So not sold on this one. Definitely not sold on the next one, the Art Project Create Together. It's like a freestyle. I think it's a Target exclusive here in the US. I'm looking at it right now. It's just random pieces as part of the art theme. Definitely doesn't have much desirability. I would not invest in any of these long term. We've got the Lunar New Year Ice Festival. That is the Chinese New Year set that will be retiring this year. Some of these have done great. Others have done poorly. The Story of Neon, which I have, hasn't appreciated as much as I was hoping that it would appreciate. This one will do okay. It won't do great. It'll just do okay. I believe collectors and investors are high on the Chinese New Year sets because they have limited retail availability, but I don't think that they're going to be as great as they have been historically. Skipping over a couple sets that were also marked retiring soon here in the US. Now we have the International Space Station. This set I think is going to be a definite winner. I believe it's $60 in the US, 60 pounds in the UK. Because the price point is much lower, I think it could appreciate to $100, $120, $150 a couple years post-retirement. It's super cool, and I think space collectors are going to want to have this as part of their personal collection. Next, we've got the Imperial Droid. Not sold on this one. It's a part of like the helmet series, so it displays like a helmet. It's in the price point of one of those helmets, but it's not a helmet. It's an Imperial Droid. So, I don't know. Comment below. Let me know if you have this set as part of your personal collection, if you're a Star Wars fan. Do you like this Lego set? Do you like the way that it displays? I'm not sure this one's going to do well. It's got the nameplate, so it's got like a UCS style to it, but I don't know. I'm looking at it right now. Maybe. I don't know. This one's a gamble. I'm going to say no. Hopefully I'm wrong. If you invest in it, maybe you say yes and it's going to do well, but I'm probably not going to buy a bunch of these for investing personally. I mentioned the Queer Eye set in another video. This one I don't think is going to do well long term because I don't think the show has as broad a reach as like Friends or Seinfeld or Big Bang Theory, and it's been heavily discounted, not sold. That's going to do really well post-retirement. A set that could kind of sneak under the radar would be the Scout helmet. I think it's one of the cheaper helmets that's ever been produced. It's been discounted a lot at Kohl's.com and a couple other retailers, but this set right here, it could do well post-retirement because we've seen the Stormtrooper helmet do really well. But because it's been available at a variety of different retailers, I think the stock is pretty high. So we'll have to see some discounts on that set for it to be worth it for investing. And then on Lego Shop UK, I see the Riverside Houseboat. I believe that's a Creator 3-in-1 set for 25 pounds. I believe the set is $29 in the US. I won't buy this. I'm not really sold on Creator 3-in-1. Some of them randomly do well, like the Pirate Coaster, but others usually just sit and they rarely appreciate over time. This one's not very unique, so I would probably pass on it for investing. All right, now let's jump to the Lego Shop at Home website in Australia. Australia's list is almost comprehensive if you take the US list and the UK list, but they have a few, not a ton, but a few sets on the Australia Shop at Home website that are marked retiring soon, and they are not on the UK or US list. The first is the Lunar New Year Traditions. Looks like we're going to lose 2 lunar sets. The other one was the Ice Festival, right? The Ice Skating Rink Ice Festival. So if we're losing 2 Chinese New Year sets, if I was going to pick one up for investing, I would actually go with the New Year Traditions. There's a ton of minifigures. I think it looks better displayed personally, and I would pick this one up for investing if you had to pick one of the two. Overall, I don't think they're going to do super well. You could spend your money elsewhere, but it's good to know that that one will probably be retiring as well. The next set is the Batman Cowl. This set actually could do pretty well post-retirement. The Iron Man set has done really well. Now, this is the second wave of helmets that'll be retiring, so I think people are knowing, okay, these are really collectible. People want them, but I like the Batman Cowl for investing because it's iconic and Batman is super popular, and I think collectors are going to want to have them all. So I would go yes for investing in this specific Lego set. Then we look at the Australia Shop at Home website, and we have the classic TV series Batman Cowl. That set is also retiring, or at least it's marked retiring in Australia. So you've got 2 Batman helmet cowl sets that will be retiring. If I had to pick up one for investing, I would pick up the classic TV series one for investing. It's actually going to be less popular, but I don't think it's going to be hoarded as much. And I think the collectors that are going to want to have it aren't going to have the availability to get it as it nears retirement. So that one I think is going to be better for investing. I think the other one is going to be more popular, but I think that one's more on the radar. So people are going to be like, yeah, I'm going to pick that one up. I think that's going to be a surefire winner. I think the stock will be higher. So the initial price jump for the Batman Cowl long term will be lower. Like I think the initial price jump for the classic TV series Batman Cowl will be higher off the get. But for long-term investing, I think the black Batman Cowl will do better long-term. So there you go. There's a comprehensive look at the sets that are marked retiring soon on LEGO Shop at Home in the US, UK, and in Australia. I haven't spent a ton of time yet looking at other Shop at Home websites like Singapore, China, Japan, Germany. So it might be worth spending some time to look at those regions as well to see if they have other sets that are marked retiring soon. But those are some of the highlights, gave you some of the highlights for investing. If you're interested in any of these LEGO sets, the link is in the description below to pick up any of them. At least I use the link for the LEGO Shop at Home website. That's the majority of my audience, but if you can pick them up in the UK or in Australia, I would encourage you to do so. Thanks so much for your support here on the Jake's Bricks YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you love this type of content. I love to help collectors like you fund your LEGO hobby through LEGO investing. As always, it's Jake from Jake's Bricks. Signing off. We'll see you guys.